and have fun.
Hey everyone, breaking news. Welcome into Attacking Third. Two-time Women's World Cup champion and Olympic gold medalist U.S. Women's National Team goalkeeper Alyssa Naeher has announced her retirement from international football. Welcome into A3 One Shot, where we tackle one conversation, one topic in the moment alongside Sandra Herrera. I'm Lisa Carlin. Today, Sandra, we are talking Alyssa Naeher saying goodbye to international football. We do get two more games of Alyssa Naeher in this international window, but I've got a box of tissues here. I know every U.S. fan does as well. This is big news, Sandra.
It's massive. I mean, we're literally reacting to this just like moments as this was announced just moments ago. And I am oddly ready, yet somehow not ready. And it also just feels just like very Alyssa Naeher-esque to have this announcement and say, I'm stepping away from the international game and I'm not even doing it at home. I'm doing it in Europe. See you later.
That's a very funny way to say it. This announcement comes Monday, November 25th, ahead of the U.S. Women's National Team playing two friendlies in Europe. The first one is Saturday against England, and then Tuesday, December 3rd against the Netherlands. But Alyssa Naeher made this announcement that she is stepping away from international football, saying, quote, having the opportunity to be part of the U.S. Women's National Team for the past 15 years has been the greatest honor. When I began this journey, I never could have imagined where it would take me. Now, I find myself so grateful for all the incredible teammates that I've shared the field with, teammates that have turned into lifelong friends. To all my teammates, coaches, and staff, thank you all for pushing me, supporting me, and making me a better person and player every single day. A special thanks goes to my family who have traveled all over the world and were in my corner every step of the way. And I love you all. She also says, this has been a special team to be a part of, and I'm beyond proud of what we have achieved both on and off the field. The memories I have made over the years will last me a lifetime. I know one chapter is ending, but I'm so excited to continue to see the growth of this team going forward and what more they will accomplish. It is a perfect sentiment from Alyssa Naeher of thanks and congratulations to her teammates, and thanks to the fans and her family, but also her excitement for what is next. I mean, Sandra, Alyssa Naeher has been the face defensively, goalkeeper union, the face of this U.S. Women's National Team for the past 15 years. And she has held a starting goalkeeper spot since 2017, since before the 2019 World Cup. She is synonymous with excellence and with the U.S.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I could throw it back even into the 2015 World Cup. You know, this is a player who just was part of that goalkeepers union, probably considered at the time maybe a little bit lower in the depth chart just because of a name like Hope Solo, and then just kind of really launched into the spotlight kind of post 2016 Olympics. In a headline around a team where it was kind of similar that we were covering this year, Lisa, where we're just like, well, how are they going to do? What's going to come next? You know, they had a historic exit out of that Rio Olympics, and there was a little bit of a shakeup, and we saw Alyssa Naeher kind of get pushed into a lot of high pressure situations and a lot of high pressure moments. And I think watching her and her international career, watching her kind of not only rise above those moments, but meet them exactly where they needed her to meet them, or is what makes her one of the greatest, if not the greatest, U.S. soccer goalkeeper in history. Because she has the accolades, but she has those moments. And I think that is the great differentiator for me. She's got a shutout in an Olympic final, gold medal match, and a World Cup final. That is something that no other goalkeeper has done in a women's final. That belongs to her. So it's not just title and medals. It's the way in which she achieved all these things. And it's really the way in which we have heard all of her teammates speaking about her as well along the way. That's so indicative of her legacy.
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned some of the records and the accolades that she has had. Sandra, she's also made a penalty kick herself in a shootout, becoming the first ever goalkeeper to take and make and then also save a penalty kick in a Women's World Cup. And that is in history. I mean, she's legendary. Ice in her veins when she gets between the sticks. She is so regimented in what she does and has focused so hard day in and day out on everything, evolving her game, continuing to be at the top. And I mean, I will die on the hill, as I know Alyssa Naeher is going to be standing right next to me on that hill, claiming that she saved the penalty kick against Sweden in the 2023 Women's World Cup. She did. She saved it. It's going down in history. I mean, there are so many incredible Alyssa Naeher moments. I know this news just dropped, and if you're with us live on YouTube, thanks for joining us. Let us know your favorite Alyssa Naeher moment in the chat. We want to hear from you. But Sandra, you've covered her for so long in Chicago specifically, but what's your favorite Alyssa Naeher memory, or one that comes to mind, because this is on the spot?
I'm going to just say her evolution as a leader. You know, and I remember when she arrived to Chicago and she was a huge offseason acquisition. It was like they needed to do something to solidify that goalkeeper position. And Julie Ertz and Kristen Press at the time, who were members of the franchise, they said, you got to get Alyssa Naeher. So Alyssa Naeher comes into the fold. And I remember kind of maybe some of the narrative around this player that, maybe this is a player that's a little bit more, doesn't say too much, you know, leads on the field and performs on the field, very professional. But over the course of her journey with Chicago, she absolutely evolved. And this narrative of like, you know, she's just quiet in the corner, doing her work, doing her crossword puzzle. She's still all of those things. But Alyssa Naeher is probably, at this point, as she departs, is one of the more vocal players on the team. She's absolutely a pro in terms of, let me get in front of the camera, and I'm a leader. I'm a co-captain of this team. I have to get out there and speak, and it's for international play and for club play. And that wasn't necessarily always the case. You know, it's the infamous quotes of Alyssa, like, how are you feeling after the game? Fine, you know, maybe even if she took a knock or two, but that's not necessarily, well, you know, how she operates anymore. So for me, it's really that evolution. You could see year in, year out, the growth and the creation of Alyssa Naeher, the leader. And I think that's something that was really special to witness kind of up close and locally. And they needed her because she had such a high profile as an international player, and especially for players who were playing for a Chicago franchise that were going through some things. You need your prolific players to kind of be that mouthpiece for you at times. And she was very, very, very good at being there for her teammates.
Absolutely. Alyssa Naeher has been incredible, legendary, a brick wall, ice in her veins, done so much at the international level, won everything, and continues to shine. Two-time World Cup champion and Olympic gold medalist, U.S. Women's National Team goalkeeper Alyssa Naeher announces her retirement from international football. You can still watch her for 2 final games in this final friendly window for the U.S. of 2024. Saturday, November 30th at 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time, the U.S. will take on England. And then in Alyssa Naeher's final match, Tuesday, December 3rd, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time against the Netherlands. That's coming up this week. Plus, Sandra, she's staying in Chicago for 1 more year. She's already signed a contract with the Chicago Red Stars, Chicago Stars, whatever we're calling them.
I mean, technically, when they signed it at the time, they were still the Red Stars, right? So, I mean,
exactly. So you still get to watch Alyssa Naeher domestically in Chicago, in the NWSL, but it is the end of an absolute era. Congratulations, Alyssa Naeher, on an incredible international career. It has been a pleasure and so fun to watch you, and we get to watch her for 2 more games. Sandra,
you have a favorite memory?
Yeah, I'm going with the Sweden save.
Just that's the one. That's the one. All right.
I'm calling it a save. Yeah.
I'm surprised none of us are like, oh, all the hugs along the way. That's the other thing that she became a hugger along the way.
Sort of. It was more like she just accepted people hugging her.
They weren't going to stop, so here they are.
More so than anything else. No, completely. I mean, she's done so much, right? But I'm sticking with 2023 Women's World Cup when she saved the penalty kick, and she saved it.
You're like, I'm changing that narrative. Like, this is what it
That's
is.
my story, and I'm
That's
sticking
right.
with it. Congratulations, Alyssa Naeher. She says goodbye to the international game. 2 more friendlies. You get to watch her. And hey, all, thanks for joining us. This was A3 One Chat. We tackle one topic in the moment as it arises. For Sandra Herrera and Mark and Lisa, this was Attacking Third One Shot.